Hello and welcome to this special presentation on making money with CPA marketing. The first thing I want to do is I want to congratulate you for joining Affiliate Blueprint. I think it's a great course and a great foundation to help you become an expert at affiliate marketing. Now in this particular presentation I'm going to talk about CPA marketing. If you haven't heard of who I am, my name is Gohar Chaudhry and I've been doing CPA marketing now for roughly about it's been about 13 years now. So I guess you could say that I'm pretty much an expert when it comes to CPA marketing. Now, CPA marketing is basically from the publisher side a facet of affiliate marketing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to introduce you to this world of affiliate marketing. I mean, sometimes when you think of affiliate marketing, you might think of ClickBank or getting a percent of a sale on Commission Junction. But with CPA marketing, you can make a lot of money without there ever having to even be a sale. Okay, there's been times I've done mid six-figure monthly income simply promoting CPA offers. So it's a wide world of opportunity as far as making money in CPA marketing. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to basically cover the concepts, introduce you to CPA marketing in this short presentation here. So let's talk about affiliate marketing and CPA. Okay, well, CPA marketing is alive and well, and that is because there are thousands of companies online looking for leads and downloads of their software programs. Now, if you think about it, the lifeblood of any business is leads. If you look at mortgage companies, you look at debt relief companies, all these companies are initially looking for are leads because they know they're not going to be able to make a sale or give out a mortgage or provide debt relief just when the prospect comes to their site for the first time. They're looking for leads so that way they can develop a relationship with the prospect and eventually qualify the prospect for whatever service that they are providing. There are many other companies out there that are looking to have installs of their toolbars or their software on computers so that way they can advertise to those prospects, and they're willing to pay you as much as $3 to $4 to $5 just for you bringing that prospect to their website and then that prospect downloading their software and installing it on their computers. Okay. Now the one thing to understand with CPA marketing, the end user does not have to purchase anything in order for you to get a commission. So this provides a huge opportunity to make a lot of money promoting as an affiliate marketer. So what are basically CPA offers? Well, believe it or not, even if this is your first time being exposed to the concept of CPA marketing and CPA offers, I can guarantee you, if you've been online anytime for any time long, such as a few months, a few years, you've definitely seen a CPA offer or an advertisement for a CPA offer. Now, CPA basically stands for cost per action, okay? And meaning that the user completes a required action. And on the previous slide, I talked about that action could be filling out a small form or downloading a particular software. Now, the form, I've seen forms range as far as companies willing to pay as much as $5 for a zip code. So believe it or not, if you just send a prospect to their website and that prospect gives their zip code into the form field, that will trigger a $5 commission for you. So you can see how lucrative this can be if you can go out and you can find 100 people a day to just provide their zip code to the CPA company looking for prospects, and you can make as much as $500 or even more per day just getting people to do that. Okay. So, I mean, generally these are called email or zip submit offers, but there's a lot of short form offers, such as the one you see on the right hand of the screen for a dating service called eHarmony. And some of these dating websites, believe it or not, are pay as much as $10 just for you to have a prospect fill in these forms you see here on the right hand side. Once again, you get a campaign going, and if you can bring 50 to 100 of these on a daily basis to the CPA network, which I'll cover in the next few slides, and that can add up considerably over a daily basis. by you bringing good qualified leads to the advertisers. Okay. Now, the way the CPA model works, it's not the same as the cost per sale model where you get paid a percent of every single sale. In fact, for CPA offers, you get paid a fixed dollar amount for each valid lead that you generate for the advertiser in the network, or each valid download where the user downloads some software, installs it on their computer for that particular advertiser. So what are basically CPA networks, what I was talking about on the previous slide? Well, basically CPA networks are companies that work as a middleman between advertisers and publishers. Now, you as an affiliate will be considered a publisher on the CPA networks. And the beauty of CPA networks and being a middleman between the advertisers and the publishers is that they basically supply all the CPA offers in a variety of different niches or markets. So you don't have to go out and join 100 different affiliate programs. You can literally join one CPA network and have an option of promoting up to 800 different CPA offers. Okay, and the beauty of a CPA network is that they'll usually assign you a dedicated affiliate manager who will in fact work with you to make sure that you can effectively promote their offers. And they're really interested in seeing you make money because they have a vested interest in seeing you generate commissions, because a percent of their pay that they receive is a percent of the commissions that you generate for the network. Now, like again, one of the huge benefits of a CPA network is that you're not working with 100 different independent advertisers having to wait for 100 different paychecks. You will receive either a monthly, a weekly, or even daily payments, just one of them from the network for the hundreds of different offers that you might be promoting. Now, if you're looking for a CPA offer or CPA network to join, there are literally hundreds of CPA networks out there. And one good place to find out there's a ton of CPA networks is cpaoffers.com. If you go to this website, they do have a ranking of the most popular CPA networks that are currently online. Now, getting into a CPA network, I mean, there's a lot of horror stories of people saying that it is close to impossible or it's very, very hard to get into a CPA network. But I'm here to say that that's not true. Okay, now getting into CPA network it's not really, really easy, but it's not very hard easy. I mean, you do have to go through an application process to get approved. Now, this application is filled online when you go to the network and you sign up as a publisher, and it generally takes maybe about 3 to 5 minutes to complete. Okay. Now, the key here in order to get accepted by the CPA networks is it's very important that you don't come across as a newbie. Okay. Now that you're obviously in the Philo Blueprint course, you're not a newbie when it comes to affiliate marketing, because you have all the tools and education that will help you effectively promote affiliate related offers. Okay. So basically what you want to do is you want to tell the CPA network what they want to hear. Okay, and what they want to hear is that you are ready to generate a ton of leads for them, and that you're a traffic expert, and that you do know how to create websites. And this is all the truth because you've learned all of this in the Philo Blueprint course. Okay, and when you tell them this is what excites CPA networks, and this almost will always get you accepted. Now, there might be the rare situation where they do reject your application for whatever reason. And generally, if you are based in a country where there's a lot of fraudulent affiliates, such as Nigeria or India, you might have a difficult time getting into CPA networks. But generally, if you're coming from an English-speaking country such as Canada, UK, Australia, US, I can almost guarantee that if you come across as an expert affiliate marketer, that you will get accepted by any CPA network that you do apply to. Now, like I said, for the rare situations where you don't get accepted and you really want to get into a network or a particular network very bad, you can always call them by phone and introduce yourself, and this almost always guarantees acceptance. But like I said, there are literally hundreds of different CPA networks online, so that if you do get rejected by 1 or 2 or 3, don't get frustrated. I mean, with 200 networks out there, you can literally apply to 50, and I guarantee you would get accepted into a minimum of at least 20 of those networks if you kind of follow the steps that I'm talking about. Now, one of the things that CPA networks sometimes like to see is that you do have a website. So that could be something as simple as setting up a WordPress blog and blogging about affiliate marketing. I mean, if they see that you have a blog around affiliate marketing, they are going to automatically assume that you're an expert when it comes to affiliate marketing, and that will go a long way towards helping you get accepted into a CPA network. Now, once you're accepted into the CPA network, you're going to have an option of viewing all the different offers that you can promote. And one of the things that you'll soon realize when you do go into the CPA network is that when you do select an offer to promote, the network provides you with a unique affiliate link to promote that particular offer. Okay, they provide you with a unique affiliate link so that you can promote that offer. And for that matter, any offer that you do select from your account will automatically the link will automatically have your affiliate ID embedded in it, so that when you do generate a lead or a download for the network, it will automatically trigger a commission on their dashboard. And generally speaking, their reports are in real time, so you can see the leads and the commissions come on a real-time basis when you log into the CPA network. Now, when it comes to picking a CPA offer, this can be a daunting task, especially if there are 500 to 600 different offers on the network. Okay. Now, one of the things that I will do immediately to save a huge amount of time is simply ask my affiliate manager what is being promoted and how successful is it being promoted by affiliates. And they'll generally provide me with a list of offers that have the highest earnings per click, or they generally can see what is doing well on their dashboard, and they'll tell me what offers are hot, and I will start promoting those offers. Okay, so that's one of the things that you might want to do, is simply tap into the resources of your affiliate manager and ask them. Now, if you decide that you want to kind of do it on your own and you want to go through the listing of offers, what you really need to do is, before selecting a CPA offer, is to make sure that there's a demand for that particular offer, because you don't want to end up starting to promote something where there's not much of an interest or there's not much traffic, because then you're going to have a hard time generating traffic and getting leads on that particular CPA offer. Okay, so pick an offer that has a lot of demand, and some of the markets that do have a lot of demand are the finance, debt market, the dating market. Some of these mobile offers are very hot. Some of these dieting offers, health-related offers, are also very hot. And once you've pretty much selected a CPA offer that you want to promote, you can also go engage the competition. And this is fairly easy to do, because if you go to Google and you type in the main relevant keywords for what offer you're promoting, if you do see a lot of people advertising on the sponsor links, that generally means that there is a large amount of competition. You can also go to the Google Keyword Tool. This is a free tool, and if you Google that, Google Keyword Tool, it will be the first result that shows up. This tool will also show you the competition for the keywords that are related to that particular offer that you might be promoted. You might be interested in promoting. Okay. And generally speaking, a lot of people say, "Oh, stay out of competitive markets because you're going to get killed trying to promote in a competitive market." But I think the opposite is true. I think that the reason why people are in competitive markets, obviously, is because there's a great demand from the consumers for that particular market or offer, and that means that there's a lot of people making money there. And you can, if you do this smart, get your share of the pie of that particular market. Now, once you've selected what CPA offer that you would like to promote, almost always, at least look at the landing page to see the conversion process. Okay, I mean, sometimes you might pick a CPA offer that sounds like it's really going to do well, but when you look at the landing page, it's of poor quality, poor design, and that's going to be a turnoff to prospects, and it's not going to convert as well. So what you want to do is you do want to find an offer that has a good demand, a healthy amount of competition, and a great converting landing page. Okay, a great converting landing page. And generally for CPA offers, you want to make sure that the fields that need to be filled are above the fold, so that because generally forms that are above the fold have a tendency to do a lot better than when the form is below the fold. So keep that in mind. You do also, in some cases, have the ability to pre-populate certain offers where the user only needs to click the submit button. And this generally works for if you do have some sort of email list where you can send out a promotion for a particular CPA offer and append your basically your affiliate link with the user's email address, and that will automatically pre-populate the CPA offer that you're driving the prospect to. Meaning, once again, that all the prospect has to do, they don't have to enter any information. All they have to do is click the submit button, and you're going to get a instant commission. So let's talk about traffic generation to the CPA offers that you're going to be promoting. Okay. Now, in the Affiliate Blueprint course, Mark has included website templates to help get you started and get free traffic. Now, if you use some of these website templates and you follow some of the free traffic strategies in the Affiliate Blueprint course, you can get a sizable amount of free traffic to your website. And what you can do on your website is that you can place a variety of different CPA offer banners, whether they're banners or text links on your newly created web page, and benefit from the free Google, Bing, and Yahoo traffic. Now, when you do go and select a CPA offer from the CPA network, almost 9 times out of 10, the advertiser does provide you with banners and text links that you can easily pull from the CPA network and place on your website. So you don't have to go out and recreate any banners. You can simply use the ones that the advertiser has supplied for you right at the CPA network. Okay. If you're also looking for additional methods of driving free traffic to CPA offers, you can create YouTube videos. I know many CPA marketers who make as much as 6 figures a month just creating YouTube videos that pertain to certain CPA offers. And the way they make money is that they link to the CPA offers within the description field for that particular video, and sometimes right within the video they'll put a link at the end of the video that leads to a domain that automatically redirects to a CPA offer. Okay, you can also create squidoo lenses. I've done that many times. Create Facebook fan pages and promote your CPA offers right on those pages. I mean, that's tapping into the power of social media, because everybody knows that social media can be very, very powerful and viral, especially on Facebook, and that can help get more exposure for the CPA offers that you're promoting. For example, if you created a squidoo lens on car insurance, you could talk about the benefits of car insurance or where people can find cheap car insurance. And at the end of your lens in the links section, or even within the article on the squidoo lens, you can link to a CPA offer. Now, with Facebook fan pages, I mean, this is something that goes extremely viral, and once you build a huge following, and I know guys have built Facebook fan pages of hundreds of thousands of people, and when they place a CPA offer as a promotion on that fan page, they've made as much as a few $1,000s in a single day promoting CPA offers. Okay, so don't forget the power of social media when it comes to the promotion of CPA offers. Now, what I do personally, and the way I've made millions of dollars over the last decade promoting CPA offers, is what I call traffic brokering. Okay. Now, traffic brokering is simply moving traffic between traffic sources to CPA offers as a middleman. And what I mean by between traffic sources, I'm basically referring to paid traffic sources, where you go to a particular source of paid traffic, whether it's pay-per-click, media buys, pay-per-view, and you directly link to your CPA affiliate offer. Okay, so when you do buy, for example, traffic on Google, you would directly link to the CPA offer, and anytime somebody was to click on your ad, they would be automatically directed to the CPA offer. And basically, you're an invisible middleman. In most cases, the prospect doesn't even know you exist. Okay. Now, the key to making this successful with paid traffic is to make sure that you're doing it profitably by making more money on the CPA commissions than you are spending on the traffic. So you take how much revenue you make, subtract how much your cost was to drive that traffic, and that ends up being your profit. Okay. Now I'm a huge proponent of buying paid traffic, especially when it comes to CPA marketing, because buying targeted traffic is the fastest way to start making money instantly. The benefits of paid traffic is it's predictable, it's consistent, and it is, like I said, instantaneous. I mean, you could go to MSN Ad Center within a few minutes of the end of this particular presentation and start promoting CPA offers by simply directly linking to that particular CPA offer. Okay. Now, what you want to do is, especially when it comes into the pay-per-click game, is just to make sure that your earnings per click are more than what you're paying per click. Okay. And the earnings per click is fairly easy. This can be calculated by looking at your conversion rate on the particular offer. So let me give you an example. Okay, I want you to visualize this. You decide to promote a CPA offer that is doing that you're getting paid $4 for every lead that's generated. And let's assume that you are starting to drive traffic to that offer, and pretty soon you see a constant pattern of, for every 10 people that arrive to the CPA offer, you get one conversion, or for every 10 clicks you make $4. So essentially your earnings per click is going to be that $4 divided by 10 clicks is 40 cents. That's your EPC, or your earnings per click. Basically meaning that if the pattern or every variables stay the same, every time you get a click on your ad and it goes to the CPA offer, you're pretty much going to get 40 cents. You're going to earn 40 cents. So what is your job as a paid traffic specialist? Well, your job is to make sure that when you are paying for the clicks, that you are paying less than 40 cents on average. And the difference between your cost per click, and let's say for this example it's 30 cents, and your earnings per click, for once again for this example, this is 40 cents, the difference is 10 cents. This would be your profit. Okay, this would be your profit. And if you understand this equation, this is basically the foundation of making money, a lot of money in CPA marketing with paid traffic, because if your earnings per click is determined to be, let's say, 40 cents, then really it's your job to go out there and find out every relevant 20-cent click that you can get in order to double your money. Now, obviously your earnings per click is not going to be 40 cents across all different traffic sources, because all different traffic sources differ when it comes to conversions, whether it's pay-per-click, whether it's pay-per-view, whether it's free traffic, whether it's social media traffic. And even within some of these traffic sources such as pay-per-click, traffic from Google is going to convert differently than traffic from Bing. So you do have to, it's really important that you do track right down to the traffic source of what your earnings per click is, because once you determine that, then it's basically going to that traffic source and sucking out as much traffic at half the EPC in order for you to double your money. Okay? Now, the reason why I love this particular business in CPA, and the reason why I've made millions of dollars, is because there's no inventory. Okay, you're not selling your own product. You're not having to drop ship anything. You're not having to deal with any sort of customer support issues or angry customers or people asking for refunds. You don't have to do any sort of product creation. You don't need to recreate the whole wheel again. You remain as an invisible middleman. You're just buying traffic as an affiliate, and you're sending it to CPA offers. And like I said, you can make big money if you do it right. And you can learn. It's not that hard. I mean, if you follow what's in the Affiliate Blueprint course as far as creating websites, selecting the right affiliate program, you can make a lot of money. Now let's talk about pay-per-click search engines, okay? For those of you who might not be familiar with what a pay-per-click search engine is. Basically, pay-per-click search engines such as Google AdWords or MSN Ad Center or 7Search or Facebook ads, they basically allow you to buy targeted traffic. Okay, you basically control how much you pay per click. And generally, the way pay-per-click search engines work is that you bid on particular keywords that are relevant to whatever offer that you're promoting. So for example, if you're promoting, let's say, a car insurance offer and you're bidding on the keyword car insurance quote, you decide how much you want to pay for every click. And usually this is determined by your earnings per click over time, because if you bid higher than your earnings per click, generally you're going to start losing money. So you always want to make sure that you are bidding lower than your earnings per click, okay? And this is the reason why I love paid traffic, is because you do have control over how much you're willing to pay per click, okay? Now, with that being said, you are going to have competitors bidding on the same key phrase or keyword that you're bidding on. And the way it is done is, for most search engines, is that the bids are placed in an auction format for each keyword or key phrase. And basically all the different pay-per-click search engines have their own different methods of devising where the placements are going to be, or where the ads are going to be shown, and what place the ads are going to be shown. I mean, Google has their own form of their quality score. MSN has their own quality score. But generally speaking, the bid price you pay and the click-through rate on your ad generally dictates, I know for sure on Google AdWords and MSN Ad Center, where your ad is going to appear, whether it's in the number 1 position, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Other search engines such as 7Search or LookSmart, it's where money walks the talk. As long as you're the highest bidder, you will get the first position. Okay. Now, the one thing that I want to focus on here is that there's a world of traffic outside of Google AdWords, because anytime somebody talks about pay-per-click search engines, people automatically connotate that with Google AdWords. But I'm here to tell you, you can literally go out there and get tens of thousands of clicks from other sources such as MSN Ad Center, 7Search, and like I said, LookSmart, Advertise.com. Facebook ads is huge now, where you can tap into a market of 700 million people and see if you can find your targeted prospects for whatever CPA offers that you do want to promote. Let's talk about another traffic source, another paid traffic source called PPV, or pay-per-view. And basically, pay-per-view traffic sources allow you to buy targeted traffic, and this is targeted pop-up traffic, okay? And the way this works is that you pay on an impression base, meaning for every impression that does pop up of your advertisement, you have to pay a fee. And this can be as little as 2/100ths of a cent to have your ad appear as a full page ad in somebody's browser for whatever you do want to promote. And the way that works is that you basically bid on your competitors' URLs and targeted keywords for whatever offer you're promoting, so that when a prospect goes and they visit that website or they type in that keyword into Google, your ad is going to appear. Now, how does, for those of you who don't understand how pay-per-view marketing works, is basically pay-per-view pop-up windows or advertisements are driven by what is called adware software. And this is software that is downloaded by users who agree in exchange for the free software on their computers. And this could be something such as free emoticons, free screensavers, playing free games on their computer. They accept an end user agreement that they will accept the occasional pop-up advertisement in exchange for the free software. And the way the companies work as far as providing the software or the ads is that they allow us as advertisers to bid on domain names and keywords so that we can have our own advertisements pop up. And this can be extremely powerful if, let's say, you're bidding on you're promoting a dating offer and you accumulate a list of 1,000 different other dating site competitors, and you have your full page ad pop over the website that a prospect is going to in order to fill out a dating lead. And here you are with your pop-up window. All they have to do is fill in your form, and they're already looking for it. That's why it's very, very targeted, and you end up making a commission when they do that. Okay. Now, with pay-per-view traffic, there are many networks out there, such as LeadImpact.com, TrafficVance.com, MediaTraffic.com, that you can join, and you can go out and you can start getting targeted traffic for just penny. And this has been proven to be very, very powerful, especially when it comes to promotion of CPA offers. And that is because with PPV traffic, it's not really permission-based marketing. It's not like pay-per-click marketing where people see an ad, they click on the ad, basically giving the advertiser permission to market them. Pay-per-view market is more interruption marketing. I mean, we're literally popping up our ads over their browser window. Although we are trying to target them as best we can, they still didn't specifically ask to see what we were offering. So that's why it's considered interruption marketing. The reason why CPA offers work so well is because if you do use a short form field or an offer where they're just asking for the zip code or the email address, the user who sees your landing page is more inclined to fill it out because it's quick and it's fast. So don't be promoting. I don't recommend promoting cost per sale offers or any CPA offers that do have a long form using pay-per-view traffic. So, we covered two major paid traffic sources such as pay-per-click and pay-per-view. And basically the concept of paid traffic to CPA offers is to drive the traffic from the paid traffic sources to CPA offers or a landing page. And really, to make this work, you have to track the individual traffic sources. Okay, if you're buying traffic from Google AdWords, you got to track that separately. As if you're buying pay-per-view traffic from from a source like TrafficVance.com. Okay, because like I said, the individual traffic sources are going to they're going to be different. The conversions are going to be different, so you do have to measure the metrics differently. Okay, so once you got the traffic going from the different traffic sources, what you need to do is you need to determine the conversion rate of the different traffic sources and the offers. Okay, because once you determine the earnings per click or the earnings per view by traffic source, then you can go back and you can adjust your bids accordingly. Okay, if you start out on Google AdWords bidding $1 per click and you find out that your earnings per click is only 80 cents, you're going to want to go back and adjust your bids to be lower than 80 cents in order to realize a profit. Now, even though I'm telling you to track down to the individual sources, you're going to come to a point where you're going to actually need to track down to the individual keywords, because not only will traffic sources behave differently, so will keywords. Okay, so what you want to do is look at the keywords that are generating the bulk of your traffic and make sure that you figure out the earnings per click for those particular keywords, or the earnings per view if you're using pay-per-view traffic for those particular keywords, and adjust the bids accordingly to those keywords. And if you do that, slowly over time, you'll find out that you will have a profitable campaign. And what will you want to do when you have a profitable campaign? You're obviously going to want to scale it up. And my best advice for doing that is to obviously add more keywords. Okay, and you repeat the cycle over and over again, adding more keywords, expanding out to other traffic sources for your particular campaign. And pretty soon you'll find that a campaign that was making you $5 per day is pretty soon making you $50 a day, to all the way making you to $500 a day if you basically follow these steps that I've outlined here. Now, when it comes to the paid traffic game, I highly recommend that you do download this free tracking software, and it's at this particular URL, prosper.tracking202.com/apps. And this is a free self-hosted software tool that will help you track your revenue and costs for the CPA offers that you're promoting. And what I have shown here is an example screenshot of the Prosper 202 tracking software. And you can see here that these are all different CPA offers. These are all different networks. And it will track your clicks, your leads. It'll tell you the payout for the offer. It'll tell you what your earnings per click is, and your cost per click is, your income and your cost. And you can clearly see here any campaigns where the earnings per click is higher than the cost per click is in green, because it's a profitable campaign. And like I said, any campaign where the cost per click is greater than the earnings per click ends up being in a loss position or highlighted in red. So this tool basically gives you a snapshot of how well your campaigns are doing, so that you can make adjustments fairly quick to get profitable. Now, some of the pitfalls to avoid. Well, you will need a credit card first of all to buy traffic, okay? And you may need to spend some money up front before you get paid by the network. One of the things that you have to understand about these CPA networks is that they work as a middleman, okay? So some of them can't afford to pay you until the advertisers pay them. So sometimes the deals when you join a CPA network might be net 45, net 60, net 30. If you're with a really good network, it can be as little as net 15. But like I said, once you start driving a huge amount of volume, some of these networks will pay you on a weekly basis or even on a daily basis if you're doing a tremendous amount of volume. So keep that in mind, especially if you do hit a winning campaign that you might run into a cash flow issue. That if you don't get paid by the network and you're buying all of this traffic, so keep that in mind. One other thing to keep in mind about the CPA industry is that some leads that you generate do get removed from your account. And this is what is known as scrubbing. And this can happen when an advertiser scrubs your lead, or the network scrubs your lead, or the pixel simply doesn't fire to record a conversion. You have to understand the way a conversion is recorded at the network is that when somebody fills out a CPA offer and they go to a thank you page, a pixel is fired telling the network that the person has reached the thank you page and completed the offer, and you end up getting a commission. But sometimes the pixel doesn't fire. It happens generally about 10% of the time. And obviously, if the pixel doesn't fire, then you don't get credit for the lead, and the CPA network keeps the commission on that lead. And this is called overages that the CPA network keeps. Earlier I talked about scrubbing, and this can happen when advertisers sometimes maliciously will configure their pages so that the pixel doesn't fire on, let's say, every 10th or 12th page, meaning that they get the lead from you, but they're not going to compensate you for it. Also, some of the CPA networks there's some sneaky CPA networks that will also deviously not credit you for certain leads, and they'll keep it for themselves. Okay, that's why you got to be careful of networks that are always promising the highest payouts or the highest earnings per click. Because sometimes they are the highest payouts. Sorry, because sometimes they are scrubbing you behind the scenes. The other huge downfall of CPA marketing is that sometimes you may be asked to stop running a profitable campaign if the leads are not deemed to be of good quality by the advertiser. Okay, now you got to remember that when you're generating all these leads, the advertiser is eventually going to look at the quality because they're paying for these leads. Okay, so you want to make sure that you are driving good quality traffic. Sorry about that. So that the campaign continues to go for you. And I mean, I've been running some CPA campaigns for 3 to 4 years without any issues, whereas sometimes I'll start a campaign, put a huge amount of effort into it, and within 2 days I'm told to stop running the campaign because it's not backing out for the advertiser, meaning that they're not making money from those leads. And sometimes offers just come and go. Sometimes they just expire on the network, and there's really nothing you can do about it. And just hope maybe that you can find a substitute offer for that traffic. It's nothing. It sucks when you're running a profitable campaign and all of a sudden it expires. Okay. One other piece of advice: don't submit fraudulent leads through your affiliate link to the network, thinking that you can sneak out some commissions, because you will end up running the risk of having your account banned and not even being paid. And in the end, it just doesn't make sense. It's not a good long-term strategy. Okay. My last piece of advice is to join only large, reputable CPA networks. Okay. With the advent of a lot of technology that's relatively cheap these days, any mom and pop can go out and buy software for as little as $99 a month and set up their own CPA network. But the problem is that with these mom and pop type CPA networks that are running out of their basement, like I said, their payment plans are going to be poor. They won't be able to pay you net 15 or net 30 because basically their cash flow depends on the advertiser, or sorry, the advertiser paying them. And sometimes what happens is that advertisers simply refuse to pay the network. And if you're working with a mom and pop type network, they're not going to pay you because they haven't been paid themselves. But whereas if you work with a large, reputable CPA network, they'll basically have what I like to call your back. They'll have your back, meaning that even if the advertiser refuses to pay you, you end up getting paid by the network. And I know with a couple of networks, there was advertisers balking at paying me as much as $75,000 for a month's worth of traffic, and the CPA network ended up paying me out of their own funds. So only join the large, reputable CPA networks. So basically, in conclusion, if you get people to fill out free information forms or download software, you can make great money as an affiliate. Okay, so go out and join some CPA networks and start driving traffic to their offers. Okay, and just test that out and see how easy it can be to convert some of these offers. And take what you have, especially this is really important, take what you have learned in the affiliate blueprint course and apply it with CPA offers, because with the affiliate blueprint course you probably have one of the best courses when it comes to making money as an affiliate online. So apply the knowledge, apply it with CPA offers, and I'm very, very confident that you'll be pleasantly surprised at how well it performs. Okay. If you're interested in learning more about paid traffic, I do have a couple of paid traffic courses. One of my most popular ones is Pay-Per-View Formula. So if you want to see a full-blown webinar on pay-per-view marketing and how to do it effectively and where you can get traffic for 2/100ths of a penny and drive it to CPA networks and make a lot of money, I highly recommend that you do go to www.payperviewformula.com/go/AB and watch the webinar. It will completely give you in-depth knowledge about how pay-per-view works and how you can get a huge amount of traffic within hours and drive it to CPA offers and start making money as an affiliate marketer. So thank you for being with me for the last 40 minutes for this presentation, and I hope that this sets your foundation to become an awesome CPA affiliate.